2v2 was good. Boy Slolo back with another one. Got another crazy one today. Female monsters. SA's four craziest females. Let's get into it, fam.
Has seen crimes that shocked the nation, but some of the most disturbing didn't come from men. They came from women. Today, we're looking at 4 women whose actions left a mark the country won't forget. We begin with a name linked to a series of killings that unfolded over years. A woman accused of leading a group where control was absolute and the consequences were deadly. Her name is Cecilia Stein,
Yo, bro.
and her story is one of the dark.
Yo, bro. Yeah, these people look evil already, bruv. No, these people look evil already, bro. Just look at them, bruh. Jeez, Cecilia Stein.
South
Who the
Africa
lady?
has ever seen. In 2012, Cecilia infiltrated a Christian group called Overcomers Through Christ, claiming she needed deliverance from Satanism. She charmed her way in, befriending a schoolteacher named Marinda Stein, an insurance broker named Zach Valentine,
Not
and his
the
wife.
school teacher. Not the school teacher.
Relationship with the church leader soured, Cecilia broke away and formed her own cult, Electus per Deus, meaning chosen by God. The group began targeting old church members, planting bombs under cars, and setting fire to a church building.
Crazy.
Violence was just beginning. Then came a brutal twist. Zach's wife grew tired of the group and wanted to leave. Cecilia and Zach decided she was a threat. While Zach created an alibi at work, Marinda and her teenage daughter Marcel entered her home and murdered her. By 2015, the group was broke. Desperately, they faked Zach's death to collect his life insurance, killing yet another innocent person to use as a body. In May 2016, 3 people were strangled to death in what became known as the appointment murders, shocking the entire country. Her arrest unraveled everything, exposing 8 additional murders and bringing Cecilia, Marinda, and Zach all into custody. The court relied on a combination of Facebook and WhatsApp chat logs, voice notes.
I have that dude, bro. Smiling, bro. You can see that one. That one is a apartheid brookie. That one. You can see that one, dog. You can see that one, bro. The whole front seat fail. You can see them with that. These ones, no, it's have him, dog, smiling, bro. These people are burning down churches, bro. People have no fear, bro. People have no fear, bro. But I guess since you're Satan's child, it's up. I guess at any church, it's up. So damn. So some of you are in churches with these type of people who have these kind of thoughts. Be careful out there, fam. Be careful out there.
And fake online profiles linked to her, along with detailed testimony from co-accused members who explained how she gave instructions and influenced their actions, supported by cell phone records, call data, and location tracking that showed communication patterns between the group members around key moments, as well as forensic evidence from crime scenes that connected the accused to the murders, all of which together helped the prosecution argue that she played a central coordinating and controlling role in the crimes rather than being a passive participant. Marinda claimed she was the true mastermind. Cecilia denied all knowledge. Zach claimed he could not remember anything. But Marcel's testimony helped seal the case. Marinda
Zach had sudden amnesia. He forgot everything, bruv. I forgot everything, Your Honor. I forgot everything, Your Honor. Look at this one, bruv. Fucking witch of the South. Dog. Jeez, eh? Aye, these ones you must fear them. These ones. These ones will smile with you, bruv. These ones will smile with you, make you feel comfortable. Only to freaking slaughter you. Hey, you must be careful when you're out here, bruv. Crazy, right?
Received 11 life sentences plus 115 years. Zach received 8 life sentences. Marcel received 7 life sentences. And Cecilia, the woman who never held a weapon herself
Bro.
but orchestrated everything, received.
So people's lives are worth 7 years. Or is it 7 lifetimes? Bro, no ways, dog. No ways you're telling me someone's life is worth 7 years? What do you mean?
13 life sentences and 155 years.
Jeez.
She showed no remorse throughout. What makes the case of Cecilia Stein so disturbing isn't just the number of lives
lost. She
lost.
wants to sleep, bro. She's
it's how
bored,
it all
bro.
happened in plain sight. A system built on control. A network driven by fear. And individuals who, over time, were pulled into something far more dangerous than they may have ever understood. It's a reminder that power doesn't always come with force. Sometimes, it comes through influence, manipulation, and the ability to shape how others see reality. And when that kind of power goes unchecked, the consequences can be devastating. Number 2, Dr. Nandifa. Dr. Nandifa Magudumana was for a long time known publicly as a successful medical professional. She built a respected image in the healthcare space, with a career that placed her in the public eye as a doctor and entrepreneur. By 2018, she was named among the top 20 most influential young South Africans, a woman who had everything. To understand Nandifa's fall, you first need to understand who Thabo Bester was, known as the Facebook rapist.
I just had a young thoughts. Hey, the Nandis are lover girls, eh? From what I've seen and experienced in my younger days, I'll say, the Nandis are lover girls, bro. Nandipa. Shout out to the Nandipas out there. Shout outs.
He targeted young women on social media by posing as a modeling scout. He pleaded guilty to 2 rapes and the murder of his girlfriend, and was sentenced to life imprisonment at Mangong Correctional Center in Bloemfontein.
This guy, bro.
And yet, even behind bars, he continued running scams. Nandifa and Bester connected via social media in 2015. He introduced himself under a false name, and by the time she knew who he really was, she was already deeply involved. She visited him in prison, fell in love, and made a decision that would cost her
It's in the eyes, my boy. It's in the eyes, bruv. She's gone, bro. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Bro. Gone, dog. Jeez, it's in the eyes, bro. Every time, it's in the eyes, bro. It was late for her, bro. You see, Nandi was a good girl, studying there, and I'm gonna be a doctor, hun. You know what I'm saying? She was focused on on the books, bro. Tiwa came through. Where's this bro from? Is he from Bloom? He's even hitting the LV. Bro. Tiwa came through, bro. Bobbled her. I'll do anything for you. Drop my career. This is why, you see, this is the thing, though. As crazy as this whole, video is, but this is an example, bro, of what like a female is willing to do when she truly fucks with you, bro. Facts. Like, if you're him, female will do anything for you, bruv. If you're him, she'll do anything for you, bruv. Trusts. I've seen it, bro. I've seen it. Some of you can't even get your girls to look at you like this, my guy. Hmm? Some of you are buying girls, dog, spoiling these girls, bruv. But she can't even look at you like this, bruv. She won't go this far for you. It's late for the good boys. I'll see what, dog. Got himself a dogotela, bruv. Late.
Everything. Nandifa helped Bester smuggle a dead body into the prison to replace him in his burning cell. On May 3rd,
Which one you know is
2022,
gonna
a
help you
fire broke out
smuggle
in
a
his
body,
cell.
bruv? You know what I mean? Like, we're not advertising violence here. We're not even suggesting anything. But, like, then they say you must chase. Bro, come on, dog. Girls are not stupid, bruv. Women are very intelligent, my guy. Very, very intelligent, bro. They know exactly what they're doing. And they know who they want. There's nothing you can do about it, bro. Nothing you can do about it, bro. Tibo from prison, bro. From prison, he bubbled this Dr. Han. My boy.
And a body was found, burned beyond recognition. The Department of Correctional Services declared him dead, ruling it a suicide. But an autopsy later revealed that the person in that cell had died from blunt force trauma to the head before the fire even started. Nandifa was implicated in sourcing and delivering that body. While the world believed Bester was dead, the two lived openly and lavishly in a rented mansion in Hyde Park, Johannesburg.
Any of these hands,
days later, photos of the two shopping together in Sandton emerged. The country erupted. The Department of Correctional Services finally admitted Bester had escaped.
Bro,
2 days after, Bester and Nandifa fled the country. They were arrested in Arusha, Tanzania, found with several passports each, none stamped, just 10 kilometers from the Kenyan border. They were flown back to South Africa in the early hours of the morning on a private jet. During court proceedings, she faced serious allegations, including fraud-related offenses and claims connected to assisting an escape from lawful custody. Since her return, her case has gone through several high-profile court appearances. One of the biggest legal battles early on was her challenge to the legality of her arrest and extradition. Her legal team argued that she was unlawfully deported from Tanzania and that her return to South Africa was not properly handled. However, the court dismissed this argument, ruling that her arrest and return were lawful, meaning the case against her could proceed. She has since remained in custody as the case continues to move through the legal system, with proceedings still attracting major public attention across the country. Today, her name is no longer only associated with her medical career, but with one of the most widely discussed criminal cases in South Africa in recent years. A case that raised difficult questions about trust, influence, and how closely personal and criminal worlds can sometimes become entangled. Number 3, Dina Rodriguez. Dina Rodriguez was not someone who drew attention to herself. Nothing about her outwardly suggested that she would one day be at the center of one of the most disturbing murder cases in South Africa. But beneath that ordinary surface, investigators would later uncover a story that was far more calculated and deeply unsettling. The case that would define her name began in 2005 in Cape Town. At the center of it all was a 6-month-old baby, Jordan Lee Norton. Dina became deeply infatuated with a young man, the first serious relationship she had ever been in. The problem was his past. He had fathered a child with another woman, a 6-month-old girl named Jordan Lee Norton, and her very existence to Dina was an unbearable threat. But what followed was not the behavior of an immature girl. It was calculated, deliberate, and cold-blooded. Dina went to a taxi rank and hired 4 men, promising them 10,000 rand. They would pose as delivery couriers to gain access to the family home.
Dina went to the Ngabis. Dina's deadly. Dina went to the Ngabis, bro. to get rid of the competition, dog. Jeez. Yeah. That's crazy. When you could have just had a kid yourself too with the guy, and wow, dude. Like, we're really willing to go this far just to secure a dude, bruv. That's tough times, ladies. It's tough times. Mm. See, these hands are killing. These hands are killing the competition. Ladies, telling you, ask Dina.
The plan was brutal in its simplicity. Get inside the house, take the baby, and make sure she never came back.
Brutal,
Investigators later uncovered that individuals had arrived at the home under false pretenses, creating the appearance of a normal visit. On the morning of the 15th of June 2005, 4 men entered the family home in suburban Cape Town with the words, "I have a delivery." Within minutes, Jordan Lee Norton was dead.
Demons, eh?
Jordan's father testified that Dina had phoned him to say she had got rid of the baby. Dina later admitted she had told him she paid 10,000 rand to make the problem go away.
Imagine
and that it was only then she truly realized the evil she had done.
10K.
What investigators uncovered during the investigation would change the entire direction of the case. Rodriguez was eventually arrested and charged in connection with the case, along with others
bro, that
involved.
wink, bro.
The trial that followed
Wink
drew significant attention, not only because of the nature of the crime, but because of the victim and the circumstances surrounding the case. In court, prosecutors laid out the sequence of events, presenting evidence that pointed to coordination, intent, and direct involvement. The defense attempted to challenge aspects of the case, but the weight of the evidence presented painted a clear picture for the court. In the end, Dina Rodriguez was found guilty. The court sentenced her to life imprisonment, describing the crime as one of extreme seriousness, involving planning and a complete disregard for human life. The hitmen also received life sentences, plus an additional 10 years each for armed robbery. The sentence reflected not only the nature of the crime, but the impact it had on everyone involved, from the family of the victim to the wider public who followed the case. Today, Dina Rodriguez remains behind bars, her name permanently linked to a case that continues to stand out in South Africa's criminal history. Number 4.
Why girls
Nicole
get down
Johnson.
like this?
The name Nicole Johnson didn't become known because of a single moment. It became known because of who she was connected to, and the world that came with it. For years, Nicole Johnson moved within the shadows of Cape Town's underworld, a space dominated by power, loyalty, and violence. She was closely linked to Ralph Stanfield, one of the most well-known and feared figures in South Africa's organized crime scene. Stanfield wasn't just a name, he was a presence. A man whose influence stretched across gang networks, business fronts, and alleged criminal operations. And being close to someone like that meant living in a world where danger was never far away. Nicole Johnson was not just a bystander in that world. Authorities believe she was deeply embedded in it. As investigations into organized crime intensified, law enforcement agencies began focusing not just on the major figures, but also on the people around them. And that's where
Bro, these hands don't want you niggas, bro. You niggas are boring to these hands, bro. Boring. Bro, boring. You niggas are boring to these hands, my boy. How this hand dude? This hand dude could get a normal bro. She could probably get like a normal guy, man. But she wanted the big dog. You feel me? She wanted the top dog. You feel me? She wanted the top dog, bruv. No matter the danger, dog.
Nicole Johnson's name began to surface more frequently. According to reports, she was alleged to have played a role within this network. A network that authorities linked to serious crimes, including extortion, intimidation, and acts of violence tied to gang activity. As law enforcement tightened its grip, arrests began to follow. High-profile figures were taken into custody. Nicole Johnson was among those caught up in this wave. Her connection to Ralph Stanfield placed her directly within the spotlight Nicole Johnson was brought before the courts alongside other accused individuals. The charges linked to the case were serious, including allegations connected to organized criminal activity, intimidation, and violence tied to gang operations. However, at this stage, the legal process has been complex and ongoing. Court appearance.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, leave the link of the video. You guys can check out the rest there. But like, damn, bro. Damn, bro. Damn, bro. See, this is the thing. You see, and Hans love excitement, dog. Hans are adrenaline junkies, my boy. Facts. Telling you, bro. You can't come with your boring lifestyle, dog. You have to shake her world a bit, bro. You have to, you know what I mean? But now, not at the cost of your own freedom. Mm. This is why a lot of dudes are opting out. You see? Because if this is what it takes to maintain and get a hand and keep her excited, no ways, bro. Nobody's signing up for that for real, G. But anyway, gang, check you guys out on the next one.